So this year, the Finance Minister, Nirmala Sitharaman, announced the Union budget on the 1st of Feb. The latest budget had certain changes to the income tax slabs for people who were under the new regime. So the income tax has been, or as per the new regime, the rebate for income tax has been increased to 7 lakhs from the earlier limit of 5 lakhs. There were certain changes under the tax slab for the new regime, where the surcharges of income of 5 crore and above was decreased from 37% to 25%. This was a new change that was done, and there are about five new changes in the income tax that was announced by the finance minister in the union budget. The first, as I mentioned, was a tax rebate limit that was raised to 7 lakhs from 5 lakh. What this means is the person whose income is less than 7 lakh does not need to invest into anything in order to claim the exemption, and the entire income would be tax free, irrespective of the quantum of investment made by such an individual. This will result in giving more consumption power to the middle class group, as you can take the entire amount of income without bothering too much into how you would kind of do the deduction for these. Second is that the changes in the income tax slab. The new tax rate are 0 to 3 lakh is nil, 3 to 6 lakhs is 5%, 6 to 9 is 10%, 9 to 12 lakhs is 15%, 12 to 15 lakhs is 12%, and above 15 lakhs is 30%. The new system will decrease the six income tax categories into five. Then, for pensioners, the finance minister announced extending the benefit of standard deduction to the new tax regime. Earlier, a salaried person would have an income of around 15.5%. They would benefit up to 52,500, whereas now they would have a much higher benefit. Maximum tax along with surcharges would be 39%. The highest tax rate in our country is around 42.74%, including all the surcharges. This is amongst the highest in the world. In the budget, the finance minister reduced the highest surcharge level from 37% to 25% in the new tax regime. This would result in the reduction of the maximum tax rate to about 39%. The tax rate, as per the new regime, dropped, giving the benefit to the investors. Then leave encashment. Lastly, the limit of 3 lakh of tax exemption on leave encashment on retirement for non-government salaried employees, which was last fixed in the year 2002, has increased, and the proposed increase limited it to up to 25 lakh. These were the five key changes that were done in terms of the income tax slab as per the new regime. Talking about the capital gains remain unchanged as far as investments is concerned. The equity mutual fund investments, capital gains remains the same, that is short term and long term of less than 1 year is at 15% plus cess plus surcharges, and long term for equity mutual fund that is more than a year up to 1 lakh is tax exempt, and any gains above 1 lakh is taxed at 10% plus cess plus surcharge. Then you have something called dividend distribution tax that's taxed as per your tax slab with 4% cess and surcharge. For debt mutual fund, 3 years is what is considered as short term, less than 3 years, with an individual or an HUF having a short term capital gains taxed as per their tax slab with 4% cess and surcharge, and long term that is more than 3 years with 20% plus 4% cess plus surcharge. For long term capital gains, you get indexation benefit. Now, in the budget, two key things on the debt part was introduced. One was introduction of TDS on interest payment by listed bonds, and the other part was taxation on market-linked debentures. Now, what has changed is, up until now, the interest paid on listed bonds were not subjected to TDS deduction. However, effective from 1st of April 2023, interest payments on bond, whether listed or unlisted, would be subjected to TDS deductions. Now, in terms of MLDs are being taxed as per the long-term capital gains at the rate of 10% without indexation after 12 months. This is the difference in terms of the taxation on the debt part that's done. Unlisted MLDs are currently being taxed and the long-term part at a rate of 20%. However, with the amendments, irrespective of the holding period of the MLD, the capital gain arising from the transfer or redemption or maturity of MLD shall be deemed as capital gains arising in terms of short-term capital assets, and it'll be taxed as per the prevailing tax rates. This is the key amendment that was done on the debt part.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully before investing.